Hey everyone, it's Hans, and welcome back. If you've been following the videos on my channel, you'll know that my family and I had an incident a couple of weeks back. Right after that, I was invited by Philips to check out their new OneBlade, which recently launched in South Africa. Unfortunately, I couldn't go at the time, and they heard what happened, so they actually sent over one for me to try. Now, I'm not someone who generally sports a beard, which you can have a look at. But I have spent the last 3 weeks growing this specifically for this video. So I hope you'll join me as I have a look at the Philips OneBlade. Now I'm not gonna lie, I am not a fan of beards. I mean, more power to the people who grow them and look after them because they are a lot of work, which is, I think, one of the reasons why Philips have created this OneBlade. It apparently lasts for 4 months on a single refill. It can run for 45 minutes after an 8-hour charging time, but most importantly, it gives you the versatility to sort of, shave your beard into whatever style you like. Now, I have been using the Philips OneBlade, just not for my face. I've actually been using it as a body shaver, and I'll be honest, it actually worked really well, better than I expected it. Of course, I needed some time to grow this out so that I could actually use it for my face to see what it would be like. And that is what this video is about. So the Philips OneBlade packaging is actually quite nice. It comes in this plastic box which clearly says OneBlade for face. And it tells you all about it, like how you can trim your beard, how you can use the edges to make designs, or even just shave it really close. Perhaps not as close as a conventional razor, but close enough for it to still look good. So once you've opened the box, you'll find a charger, the OneBlade unit, a brand new cartridge with a new OneBlade blade, 3 stubble combs at 1mm, 3mm, and 5mm, as well as a cartridge holder. So that's basically where you'd put the cartridge in if you're not using your OneBlade, or if you have a spare cartridge for when you run out. With that said, Philips says that you can get 4 months out of one single OneBlade cartridge, so I'll definitely let everybody know what that's like in a couple of months' time if you follow my socials. And that's everything that comes in the box, and it's pretty decent. I mean, given the price of the unit, which is only between 500 and 700 Rand depending on where you buy it from, I think this is pretty decent. I especially like the 3 stubble combs because it allows you to customize your beard or whatever hair that you're busy cutting on your body to your liking. And I know that it's meant for your face, but come on, we all know that we're going to use this for whatever we want to use it for. And in that regard, I can tell you that the OneBlade performs really well. I use it for my underarms, chest, nether regions, and it's performed amicably. Honestly, it's better than some of the other more expensive razors that I have used in the past. Having said that, I will also say that it is wise to have more than one OneBlade cartridge if you're going to be shaving other parts of your body other than your face. And in terms of the face, let's check it out and see how it performs. Okay, cool. So we're in my bathroom so that we can test the Philips OneBlade. Apologies if the audio isn't that great because of the acoustics of the bathroom, A, and B, I have an extractor fan that works with the light and I can't turn it off. So just putting that out there. So something that I really like with the Philips OneBlade is that it comes with 3 different stubble combs, each at a different sort of thickness for whatever beard that you want to cut, namely 1mm, 3mm, or 5mm. Something else that's great about it, and one of the main reasons why I'm in the bathroom as well, is that it's fully waterproof. So if you want to shower with it, you totally can, and I have, and it just makes shaving that much easier. Better still, you can use it either dry or with your favorite shaving cream. So it really is up to you, and I like the fact that Philips allows us to have that kind of flexibility when it comes to shaving our face or other parts of our body. So the first one I'm going to try is the 5mm stubble comb, mainly because I want to try and get my sideburns under control. Perfect. Perfect. Now have a look at that versus this unruly mess on the left. Interestingly enough, unlike other shavers, Philips does mention that you can blow into it in order to get the hair off of the blade and then rinse it, and that you shouldn't tap it against the sink or any other hard surface. Next up, we have the 3mm, which should be good enough to keep a beard like this unruly one that I have, which is just growing totally out of control, to sort of bring it down to size. So you'll see the little straggly bits, and using this stubble comb should bring it under control. Let's see. Philips does also recommend that you go against the grain when using the OneBlade. And as you can see here, there's actually quite a difference between 3mm and whatever my beard was before. And it's quite cool because you can actually shave it down. And if you like keeping at least a 3 or 5mm beard, you can do so. So let's have a look and see what the 1mm stubble comb is like. So you can see right there, actually, the 1mm is quite nice. It almost gives you a kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow feel. See there? I quite like it. That's actually, I quite like that. And of course, if you take the stubble combs off and you go naked, wow, that's actually very close. Okay, granted, it's not as close as using a conventional blade where you can actually feel the smoothness of the skin, but as someone who has a fast growing beard, this kind of just feels like what it would feel like if it was later on in the day, if I was using a normal blade, I mean. Now, something else that you can do with the naked blade is you can actually do the lip bits. So if you want to maintain your beard, if you want to maintain your beard and prevent that really weird like lip itch, this is the perfect tool for it. And it actually works exceptionally well. And just like that, I no longer have that weird pokey feel on my lips, thanks to the beard. The naked blade is also particularly good for this neck area. And the other great thing about it is that it doesn't hurt at all, like not in the slightest. It's just smooth. According to the Philips manual, if you turn it so that you do it that way, you can really make it very precise. Perfect for beard art, I guess. It's pretty decent. Let's see if we can do an H. There we go. You can do whatever you like. Now that I've given you an idea of how it works, specifically when it comes to your beard, never mind anywhere else in your body, I've got to admit that I'm actually quite impressed with it. As I mentioned before, I've used it for other parts of my body, just normally in terms of trimming and that kind of thing, and it's worked really well. But I haven't needed to be this sort of precise with it, or to do things like this in a beard or another part of my body. And I've got to say, it's really cool to have that kind of flexibility in this little device. And I'm genuinely impressed by how precise you actually can be, especially when it came to doing it just above my lip so that my mustache would stop tickling me. So from that perspective, I'm really happy with it. Something else that I'd also like to talk about is how, because the OneBlade doesn't go as close to the skin as a traditional razor like a Gillette, it means that you get less ingrowns. And for myself, I often experience them quite badly on my neck, and if I have to use a razor up close in other parts of my body, I will sometimes get ingrowns as well. With that said, using this on its basic level has sort of lessened the impact of ingrown hairs, and from that perspective it's just another positive in terms of the OneBlade. Overall, I'm really happy with the Philips OneBlade. I particularly like how close you can get to the skin in terms of the shave. Sure, it's not as close as a razor blade, but as I mentioned before, it's close enough to give you a good feel while preventing ingrown hairs. And for me, again, that's a massive win. I also like the fact that you can use it wet or dry, meaning that if I'm in the shower, I can just turn it on, get myself a clean shave, and go on my merry way for the rest of the day. It's just that convenience factor that I really like about it. It's also small, so it's perfect for travel. So yeah, I'm genuinely impressed by the OneBlade. It gives you a good shave, you can be precise for some cool patterns, or maintaining your beard or your sideburns to your liking, and it really just works well. I mean, it's a razor after all, and from that perspective, I'm really happy with it. So good job, Philips, good job. If you like this video, you know what to do, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Hunts, over and out.